finishing up a last-minute trailer tweak. I've been working at it for the last day. I said in an earlier entry that it was pretty much finished, but I felt like there were a few elements that could be added, and there was one shot that got me thinking that there's one line in the film that would go perfect right before that shot, and then when I opened the Pro Tools session and listened to that line, it just didn't sound like it belonged at all. So I guess I'm leaving it out. Right now, trailer is between 45 and 50 seconds. I felt it could be a stretch farther, but it doesn't look like it's going to work. So shorter movie, shorter trailer. So we're pretty much at the end of it. We've got a few little blank spots for title credits to be added in. That would fill those little gaps that Steve will give to me later, and feel pretty good about it. I gave my editor Rob a call a few nights ago. He actually had my original trailer version for the past, I'd say about the past month, and he confessed to me over the phone that he hadn't done anything with it yet, so it made me feel really good about the work that I did on it, because I hate trailers, or previews as they're called now. I really don't like them one bit, and I was at the theaters last Sunday, and I was paying more attention to the trailers that I usually do, and they just all seemed really long and drawn out, and it made me feel good about what I'm doing. So 45-second trailer, 83-minute movie, works out. None of the big plot points are really spoiled, and the last reel 5 isn't even used in creating the trailer, only the first 4 reels, and sparingly at that. So at any rate, it's pretty much as done as it's going to get for the time being, so I can cross that off the list. In regards to that, the only other thing going on is that, well, from what I understand, we're still on track to have a finished product by the end of this summer. Steve has run into some trouble on some of the compositing work that he's doing. See, there's a scene in the film that he's working on that's 5 minutes long. That's all green screen. And there's 2 plates. And there's a person on plate 1 and a person on plate 2. And there are 9 different layers on these 2 plates with different effects for cleaning up the image, shadow correction, color correction with saturation and all that. And when he makes corrections to one layer or multiple layers, they can have an effect on other layers. So 2 weeks ago, he was cleaning up a shadow. There's an arm over a table. It's this table, actually, that needed to be corrected. So he corrected that shadow. When he corrected that shadow, it created a saturation problem on the individual frame right on the individual shirt. So the shirt changed different gradients of brown, and so he had to go in and correct that. And when he got the shadow corrected and the shirt corrected for the color, it made the table itself look pixelated at some point in the shot. So I asked him today, I said, Steve, how is it that, isn't there any way to isolate these from each other? He says, well, James, that's why compositors get paid as much as they do, because they have to experiment to fix everything. So, and this is before any of the actual background effects, or before any of the actual green screen is erased. So he's working on that while I'm recording this. So hopefully he'll be making some good progress. he wanted to be done with it by the end of this week because he's got jury duty on the 9th, next Monday. He's not looking forward to that, and frankly, I'm not either, but I mean, if you got to serve, you got to serve, but usually the call for jury duty always comes at the worst possible time. So we're going to have a meeting tomorrow, and if I can squeeze in a little video blog entry of us having our usual banter, that might be a little funny. But at any rate, I guess this is just my first experimental video blog entry on an already experimental blogging page of mine. So if any of you out there like what you see or don't like what you see, please tell me. If you want me to tweak anything or to leave it out altogether, please let me know. Just thought it'd be something different to kind of put more of a face to a name and feel more like I'm not a complete stranger and just words on a page. So, but things are finally moving together. This studio, a small studio of mine, I'm going to be spending a lot more time in here starting tomorrow. Most of the day, actually. Just myself in the open space. There's enough room behind me to walk around because I'm a pacer. And just a blank slate of sheet music. I've got a lot of music composing and writing to do and to record. I'm still looking for a local choir here in the LA County, Orange County area who would be willing to perform for the soundtrack of the film. I've already got some music written for that performance, so I can't really say I'm ahead of the game. But you know, like anything else, it's a long process, and hopefully a spark of inspiration will hit me, and I'll be able to get a lot of work done quickly. Although, you know, if you try to force anything, that's never good. Which is why I gave up doing the promotional artwork for the film. I decided last week to not do it anymore. I wasted a month just toiling over beginning and forcing myself into it, and I hadn't done a professional drawing for 7 years. And you just can't force yourself onto that level as quickly as I tried to do, and it just was really counterproductive. So I decided to stay true to the original idea that the concept was sound, but I'd always intended someone else to create the artwork. So thankfully Steve agreed to take it on, and his great attitude about it was that if he can stare at a drawing board instead of a 23-inch monitor for hours on end, then that's always a good thing. And I have to say I agree, because having a day job where you're staring at a monitor and coming home and having to stare at another monitor, you know, mental exhaustion is always worse than physical exhaustion. So, but that's about it. Hope you like this little blogging entry of mine. Let me know if it's something I should keep up or not. Granted, it'll probably be a little more sporadic, and I don't really like to plan these things out ahead of time. Kind of like just to kind of set it up and let it roll and just kind of forget that it's there, and then if there's an authentic moment that's real, that feels special and integrated with the making of the film, or just general goofiness, just be fun to post it and see what happens. But there are a lot of people out there who've either been friends for a long time or that I've met more recently who have been a real big inspiration to me, and who have been kind enough to keep giving me moral support, to keep on doing what I'm doing, and just keep it at the quality level that feels correct, trying to stay true to the ideas. So thanks, everyone.